A very good morning to all of you, 7B. Welcome to the biology class, children. Now, in the last class, we talked about pollination and the types of pollination. Yes, we discussed about the self-pollination and the cross-pollination. Remember, we talked about it?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
And now, today, we are going to talk about another topic, and that is fertilization. Yes, so if you remember, the story told long back, I told you that there's a story, and the story was that the male gamete produce what? Sorry, male produce what? Male wall produce what? Male produce, yeah? Male gametes. What is the male gamete?
Ma'am, zygote.
Ah, male gamete. What was the name of the male gamete?
Male sex cells.
So what was the name? Bhool gaye. Very good. Gone? Okay, quickly see. Put your videos off. Put your videos off quickly. Yes. Now see, the male wall was the stamen, and it had anther and the filament. So this produced small structures, and these were called pollen. Yes? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Then we had the female wall. What was it called?
Ma'am.
Female wall is called what? Pistil. So we have stamen. Stamen. Yes. Stamen. It is divided into two. That is anther and filament. And the pistil is divided into three. That is stigma, style, and ovary. So we learned that this, I told you that if you take the anther and you keep it on a glass slide and you tap it like this with the help of a needle. So you will get some powder, yellow color powder, and that powder, if you observe with the help of the glycerin or water, you put some water, and when you observe it under the microscope, you will be able to see the pollen grains. What have you said?
Pollen grains.
Grains, and these pollen grains are of this shape. Yes, they are of this
Pollen.
shape. Is this clear to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
And the same way, this is the female wall, that was the pistil. Sepal, petal के बाद, these were the whorls. This is the third whorl, this is the fourth whorl. Yes? And this is divided into three, that is stigma, style, and ovary. Here, female, since this is the female whorl, female gamete is produced, and that female gamete is called the, what is it called?
Ovule.
Egg. Inside the ovary, ovule is present. Inside the ovary, ovule is present, and ovule produces eggs. Now quickly, because you've forgotten, come to page number 141 and observe the reproductive parts of a flower carefully. Can you see now? Stigma, style, and ovary.
Yes, ma'am.
And inside the ovary, ovule are present.
Yes, ma'am. Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, and egg is formed inside the ovule. So now this much is clear. So if you remember that story, I told you with the help of my action. Male gamete, female gamete, male gamete comes from the male, female gamete comes from the female, and what happens? The fusion takes place, and the fusion helps in the production of fusion के बाद क्या बनता है?
New organism.
Zygote. What is
organism.
zygote? Is
Zygote.
so now is it clear? Now, so that story, the story that we were talking about, now we are going to study about that story, that how this is happening. Pollination. I told you the transfer of the, see now they have produced, the male gamete is produced and the female gamete is produced. Now how they're going to fuse, how they're going to meet? This has to reach here to meet and to fuse, yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So the movement, or you can say the transfer of the polymerase from the anther to the stigma. The first portion, stigma, to the stigma of a flower, it was called pollination. Yes or no? Yaad hai?
Yes, ma'am.
And how was
Yes,
pollination
ma'am.
taking place? With the help of what? How was pollination
Ma'am,
taking
wind,
place?
water, and
Yes.
insects.
Insects. So wind, water, insect, these were the agents
Water,
which were helping in the
insects.
process of pollination. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ. So वो क्यों कर रहे थे? What
Yes,
why
ma'am.
were they transferring? They were transferring, they were helping in pollination, or they were helping in the transfer because they have to meet. इन दोनों लोगों को क्या करना है? दोनों structures को क्या करना है? मिलना है. They have to fuse. They have to combine together. Okay, so that is why the pollination process was taking place. जिसमें we studied that they can be cross pollination or it can be self pollination. And Iram asked a question also. Yes, then what is the difference between cross and self pollination?
Yes,
Do you
ma'am.
remember? So shall we start today's class now? You have already
Yes.
wasted my
Yes, ma'am.
6 minutes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. So let's start. Now, now this is the, what is this? What is this? This is the pistil.
Ma'am,
What is
Pistil.
Still.
pistil?
Still.
Now, yes, now from somewhere these pollen grains from some
Pistol. Ma'am,
other,
pistol.
yes. So these pollen grains from somewhere will come and they will shift to the mouth of the pistil, which is called
Stigma.
stigma. So they
Stigma.
will
Stigma.
come here. Yes. So they will come here. All the pollen grains which have got transferred, they will come to the stigma. And any one pollen grain, any one out of so many, will be able to develop a tube which will come through the style. You remember this portion was called the style? So
Yes,
this
ma'am.
tube, yes. So here you see that this is the ovule.
Yes, ma'am.
And inside the ovule, what is present? Egg cell is
Ma'am,
present. Yes?
eggs.
Yes.
Yes. So now you know that this has to move here. It has to come
Yes.
and it has to combine here. Yes?
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
So this is going to, the pollen grain is going to make
Yes,
a
ma'am.
tube and this tube will reach till here. This tube will reach the egg cell. Now, you know that it is very important for any cell to contain what? To be a cell. I told you when we were talking about fission in amoeba and perimetion. What is the most important thing for the cell to have?
Ma'am, nucleus.
Very good. Akshar. I think it's Akshar.
Yes, ma'am.
Good. Very good. So here, this as we saying that this is also a cell and this is also a cell. So of course, egg cell, it also contains the nucleus and this also contains the nucleus. So here you see that the nucleus. Can you see the nucleus, beta?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
This tube was made because this whole pollen grain cannot enter like that. So a tube was formed, and this tube, through this tube, the nucleus starts moving and it comes here because it has to combine with the nucleus of the egg cell. I hope this is clear to everyone. Please observe.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes?
Yes.
The
Yes,
egg
ma'am.
nucleus and the nucleus of the pollen grain has to fuse, and that is why this tube was formed. Yes?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So here inside the ovule, now you see ovary. This is the
Ovule.
ovule, and this is the
Egg. Egg cell.
egg. So as the tube has reached here, this is going to fuse with this. Both the nucleus are going to fuse, and which structure will be formed? Yes. Which structure will be formed quickly? When male gamete and female gamete they fuse, what is formed?
Ma'am,
Ma'am, zygote.
yes.
Ma'am,
Zygote. Very
zygote.
good.
Ma'am, zygote.
Zygote is formed. So this is the process that occurs. Now understand the process of, very carefully all of you, the process of fusion of the male gamete with the female gamete is called fertilization. I repeat, the process of fusion of the male gamete with the female gamete is called fertilization. Is this much clear to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now you come to page number
Yes, ma'am.
142 quickly. Yes, please come to page number 142 quickly, all of you, and have a look in the diagram that is there for fertilization. Okay, now just match it with what I have told. See, can you see the pollen grain at the top?
Yes,
Yes, ma'am.
ma'am.
Then you can see the mouth. What is that mouth of the pistil called?
Stigma.
Stigma.
Stigma. Now through the stigma you can see that, see, I told you that there can be 2, 3, 4, 5, 10 pollen grains, and out of that only one head is able to move till the end. So the pollen tube, you see that brown color structure, that the pollen tube, it moves through the style से बीच में निकल के, then it moves to the base. Can you see?
Yes, ma'am.
And then the ovary is there, then the ovule is there.
Yes, ma'am.
Inside the ovule you have the egg, and it has to fuse with the egg. Is that clear to everyone? Any confusion in this?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay.
No, ma'am.
Now I'm reading out the text for you since this is very important. Now just match it again. After the landing of pollen grains in the stigma, pollen grains form pollen tubes with the male gamete. Pollen tube grows through the style and reaches the ovule. Inside the ovule, a male and a female gamete fuse to form a zygote. Yes, the zygote develops into an embryo. So now this structure, after the fusion of the male and the female gamete, zygote is formed, and now this zygote is going to grow into a embryo first, into an embryo. Now this embryo will again, further it is going to grow, and it will grow into a new plant. Okay, so
Ma'am?
let's talk about.
Excuse
Yes?
me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, how this embryo will come out of the flower?
No, it will not come out of the flower. Just wait. What will happen? Let's see first. Abhi ruk jao, ek minute. It is not going to come out. Everything is there only. Just wait. See, a fertilization process has taken place. Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am. Now you knew that this
Yes, ma'am.
all was happening inside a
Stamen. Pistil.
pistil, and pistil is a part of a
Female part.
flower.
Female. Flower.
Yes,
The
ma'am.
part of a flower. ठीक है ना? Yes. So after this, some changes are going to happen, and what are those changes? Let's talk about it. See, fruits and seed formation. अभी इस process की वजह से something nice has happened for us also. What is that? Let's find out. First one, after fertilization, first one, the ovary, swollen portion, the ovary, it changes into, it grows more, swells up, and it changes into what? Fruit that we eat.
Fruit.
Yes, it changes into
Fruit.
Fruit. Some fruits we eat.
Fruit.
We do not eat the fruits of all the plants. Is it like that? But fruit formation takes place, and because of this, and what, inside the fruit, what is present?
Ma'am, seed.
Yes, very good. Seed is present. Yes. So now you see, when the fruit is there, when the fruit formation has taken place, now this sepal and petal doesn't have to do anything. अब उसका कोई काम नहीं है, अट्रैक्ट कर लिया पॉलन ग्रेन्स को और सेपल्स ने प्रोटेक्ट कर लिया था बड को. नाउ दे डोंट हैव एनी यूज, सो दीज पार्ट्स विल बी शेड ऑफ, गिर जाएंगे. द पेटल्स एंड अभी फ्लावर है ना, सो द ओवरी हैज फॉर्म्ड द फ्रूट, बट सेपल पेटल सब क्या हो जाएंगे, हट जाएंगे. आर यू गेटिंग माय पॉइंट चिल्ड्रन?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, and then the third point says that the ovules enlarge, dry up and develop into seed.
Seeds.
Yes, now you understand. So here you see that this part, it swells up more or swell up ho jayega, and it is going to form the fruit. And this ovule which was present, it will dry up and it will form what? Which structure?
Ma'am, seed.
Seed. And this is actually, this is practical. This is something which actually happens. Have you seen this?
No, ma'am.
You have not seen, but you have actually seen. Now let me tell you. किसी ने लौकी का, तरोई का पेड़ देखा है? बेल देखी है?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Have you seen a small little fruit? Small little fruit, when it is very small.
Yes, ma'am.
And
Yes, ma'am.
on that you must have seen the flower. वहाँ पे flower भी लगा रहता है.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Dried and gradually it falls off. Yes.
False.
So you actually seen it getting converted into flower. Now, have you seen brinjal?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Have you seen tomatoes?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Okay. Now tell me, what is the, what color does brinjal contain? What is the color of the brinjal?
Ma'am, purple.
And if I
Ma'am,
tell you to draw a picture of the brinjal, what colors will you need to fill in it?
ma'am, green and purple.
Green and
green.
purple. Here comes the point. Green and purple. Now, listen very carefully. In case of the brinjal, you need green color. Why do you need green color? Is that a part of the fruit that you are going to eat? Do you eat that green part?
No, ma'am.
You don't eat. But listen carefully.
No, ma'am.
Is it somewhat like this?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
This is your fruit. This is your fruit. And these green color that you see, not this one, the green color that you see, that is the sepal जो रह जाती है, persistent sepal जो कुछ fruits में रह जाती है और वो हमको fruits में दिखती है. आप समझ में आ रहा है? That from the flower fruit is being formed. अच्छा, one more thing. In science language, you don't say fruit, flower, मतलब कि हम सब्जी और उसकी बात नहीं करें. Fruit means whatever fruit is produced on a flower. That is fruit. Brinjal and whatever, tomato, or everything is fruit. Are you getting my point? So this is the persistent
Yes,
sepal
ma'am.
जो गिरा नहीं, वो रह गया. Can you see?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
So now this shows that yes, from the flower only the fruit is being formed.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
अब एक और एग्जांपल बताती हूँ जिससे आपको समझ में आए कि yes, from the fruit, from the flower only fruit formation is taking place. When let's talk about the mango tree. In the mango tree, you must have heard people saying आम में बोर आ गया है.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Boar is the flower of the mango tree.
Mango tree.
And just after that, the flower is there, and because of that you will see after some time what formation? Mangoes on the tree.
Yes, ma'am.
Are you
Yes, ma'am.
fine now, everyone?
Yes, ma'am. Understood.
So we
Yes, ma'am.
conclude that after the process of the fertilization, that is the meeting of the male and the female gamete, the zygote is formed, and this zygote is going to be protected and it is going to develop inside the seed. And the outer portion, which is the swollen ovary of the flower, that gets converted into fruit which we eat, and inside that we have the seeds. Yes?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Shall we continue now? Is this much clear to
Yes, ma'am.
everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So
Clear.
I'll just give you 2 minutes, 2-3 minutes, and then I'll again connect in the next class. I'll be taking that class. Okay. Have a break, have some water, and then we'll continue.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, ma'am.